Hello my dears, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos sometimes. Oh my goodness, you guys, today's video is super duper exciting for me because I recently placed a very small realistic e.l.f. haul not so long ago, and I got my order yesterday, and when I was putting away my stuff, I took a glance at my drawer. I only have one drawer where I keep majority of my makeup in, and realized like e.l.f. is my most purchased brand. I have organically or naturally just been drawn to this brand, and I have a majority of products. Like, I'm looking at this collection here and I'm like, dang, that's a lot. It's really like e.l.f. Like, that's what dawned on me and what sparked the idea behind this video, because I didn't necessarily want it to just be like full face of e.l.f. but this was, like I said, organically done. I do have a couple of products here that are new to me. One of them, no, two of them, or three of them, yes, are new to e.l.f.'s website, period. But for the most part, a lot of these products have been collected over time, and that's what makes it so exciting and why I'm really excited about this video, because I've never stopped to think, like, what brand do I purchase the most? And it looks like it's e.l.f. Clearly. I do want to say that there are two products that I don't have from e.l.f. currently, and that is a foundation and a mascara. Now, in the past, I've tried their mascaras because I've been using e.l.f. since I was like 19 years old, when I was a starving college student, but I tried their mascaras then and I've just never been a big fan, and I've never heard anyone rave about any of their mascaras. But if something new has come up, I mean, it's been like 10 years since I've tried, you know, their mascaras. Like, let me know if you like one and if you can recommend one. Second thing is a foundation. I don't have a foundation, not necessarily because I don't like their, I think it's like the Flawless Finish foundation is what it's called, but it's just, I haven't felt the need to repurchase that. I used it back in the day when they had like 5 shades to choose from. Now I know they have a full range, which brings me on to my next point with e.l.f. They have done this thing, in my opinion, where they cater to literally everyone. Like, whether you're on a budget or not, like, they have something for everybody. It's accessible. We can find it at Ulta, Target. I mean, you could always order online if you're not near an Ulta or Target. It's at Walmart too, right? Yeah, it's at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. Damn, e.l.f. Like, I'm highly impressed. That's why I'm doing this video again. Like, I'm so impressed, and there's only one product that I'm gonna show you today that just isn't my favorite. Like, one product. That's really good, considering I've got literally almost a full face. Do I have anything else that I want to tell you? I don't think I do. So I'm gonna quit my babbling and let's just get right into this. Yes. Okay, so I am first going to put a little bit of this eye cream under my eye. This is the e.l.f. Should I say e.l.f.? I am going to try my hardest to not say e.l.f. in front of every product, because we know, oh, I just spit everywhere, because we know this is an e.l.f. video. So this is the 50 mg CBD eye cream. It is a soothing and reviving eye cream. Now, this isn't anything special, to be honest. It is a very lightweight, translucent eye cream. It looks, you know, pretty decent under makeup. I only like it under makeup. This is not one that I will wear to bed because it is not as thick. It's almost like a water gel type of consistency. So under makeup, I find that it sits really nicely. I can't remember off the top of my head how much I paid for these, but as always, I will link all of the products down below. They are a commission-based link, so if you're not into, you know, clicking those links, no big deal. But if you are, you know, thank you so much. Not that I've ever made any money from my commission links, because I'm a microscopic YouTube channel, but you know, I feel the need to disclose that to you. Moving on, I've got two primers I have currently in my collection. I have the e.l.f. Puff Puff Primer, and then of course I have the best-selling, you know, e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm gonna do a little bit of both. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna do a small pump of this one here. Just a little bit. It does feel like a moisturizer and is very, very thick, but I don't mind that. I have really, really dry skin, so I'm all for it. And for the Poreless Putty Primer, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in my pores. I literally take the smallest bit and sort of just apply it there. And as you could see, that like instantly transforms your skin. Like, this is a really good primer, by the way. If you're looking for something to really fill in the pores, like this is really nice. And I sort of just apply this to my T-zone and any areas where like my makeup will crease, like in between my brows, because I always look at my kids like this. I've made quite a dent, as you could see. It's really good. Like, if you haven't tried this, I totally recommend it. I think it's like $8, so totally worth the $8. And even if you don't like it, which I don't know anybody who doesn't, like, you know, it's still just $8. I'm gonna do my brows, and this is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Cool Brown. It took me a while to like this product, to be honest, you guys, because I couldn't find the correct shade. But it's like one of those things, like when you finally find the correct shade for like foundation, concealer, or brows or whatever, it just like looks so much better and works so much better. And this is a wonderful brow pencil. Perfect brows. So like I mentioned, I don't have a foundation, but I do love to apply the Hydrating Camo Concealer in the satin finish all over my face. If you've never tried just wearing concealer all over your face, I highly, highly recommend it. You're actually really gonna love what it looks like all over. And if you're curious, I'm in the shade Medium Peach. I know, this looks like a lot because it is. I am going to add just a tiny bit more underneath the eyes because my dark circles are horrendous. I am going to use their Flawless Concealer brush to sort of just pat this in. Feeling good. Okay, this is a newer product to me. This is the Halo Glow Setting Powder, and can I just take a second to talk about how amazing this packaging is? It's very similar to the e.l.f. times Nabella Noir highlighter, where they put this fantastic sifter. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that right there. They put this fantastic sifter, so you just slide it over and then, you know, you dump out whatever you need or want to use, and it doesn't come out like, it doesn't like pour out or sift like a whole bunch. So it's so nice, and it's such like less mess. Just remember to actually close it, because there have been a couple of times where I have forgotten to close it myself. So yeah, I'm just going to use a little bit of this powder. I have mine in the shade Medium, by the way. And I'm going to take this little brush here and just sort of pat ever so slightly a little bit underneath the eyes, and I can just see powder flying everywhere. Such a nice powder. It doesn't make me look dry around these areas of my face, and usually like right above my nose and in my smile lines I get the most dry looking, and this just, it doesn't do that. I'm gonna take a bigger, fluffier brush. Excuse my brushes, they're all dirty, but you know what, yours are all dirty too. I'm just gonna take this and powder the rest of my face with whatever was left in the cap. Okay, next up I'm going to use some bronzer. This was actually a free gift, and I remember Tati Westbrook raved about this product forever ago. I'm not a big fan of this blush color. If I mix them together, it'll look really, really pretty, but you know, I'm just going to use the bronzer out of this today. It's almost like a putty cream to like powder like finish, and I've always wanted to try that. Do you see how beautiful that is? That's a really nice color. I've always wanted to try this. I just never picked it up, and when I saw that it was a free gift, I thought, all right, fine, because it's free. This is the absolute best. Did I mention that I powdered and this is going on beautifully on the skin? I don't think I did. It is. It's going on beautifully. Another new product to my collection is one of these bite-sized face duos. I have only one shade because I wanted to try the formula before. I have spoken about the primer infused blushes in the past. These are phenomenal. They are so good. I love the shimmering ones, but they do have matte ones if you're into more of a matte blush. I will say I think I am a shimmery blush kind of girl now, just because it gives that really beautiful glow on the cheeks that I just so love. But this is a matte blush, and then there's a highlighter in here, which I'm also going to try out today. It's really, really pretty color. It's almost like a, kind of like a tangerine-ish. It does have a little bit more orange than like peach in my opinion. In my mind, peaches are a little bit more on the pink side. This is a little bit more orangey, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. And let's put this on my face. And it is a little bit on the dusty side. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I wore this yesterday when I got it, and because I love blush. Blush is my favorite thing, and this is, it's stunning. I think this is such a beautiful blush. I am loving the way everything looks so far. So I am gonna use this highlighter in here. This one also is just a little bit dusty, like the blush, but again, it doesn't bother me. Okay, now there is one product, and one product only, you guys, that I'm just not a big fan of. e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is extremely dry, like so dry. It makes my eyelids look worse. I'm not gonna try it on or put it on today because I just don't like it, but I figured I'd give my 2 cents on it. I have talked about the Revolution Pro like one that's like identical to this, and that is just so much better than this. So I don't like this, I will be honest, but I figured I'd show it to you and tell you anyway. So for my eyeshadow today, you guys, I have 5 different palettes to choose from. The first e.l.f. palette I ever purchased was one of those really small like quads that they had forever ago, but after that I didn't purchase anything until this. It was originally called the Mad for Matte 2. I know it has a totally different name. I cannot remember what it is. I'll leave it down below, but this was a beautiful all matte palette that had a lot of beautiful neutrals and like a pop of purple and a black and a brown and a cream colored shade. It's like perfection in a palette in my opinion. I also have 2 of the bite-sized shadows. These are also really, really good. This is like basically a quad, and they are $3 a piece. I especially love Carnival candy. This literally lives on my desk because on days where I don't want to have to think about what to do as far as eyeshadow, I literally just go in with like these 3 shades and boom, I've got a whole look. Now, this one is not my favorite, and this one has mixed reviews. This is the Acai palette. I love purples, and I love like purple eyeshadow, especially on brown eyes, but this one just didn't do it for me. Oh, I almost dropped it. Now, I know you're meant to like pair these or, you know, use simultaneously or whatever, or you can, but this just, you know, just didn't do it for me. And I also don't like the formula on this one as much as I like it on this one. I don't know if they are different at all, to be honest, but I know that I like this one more. This video is going to be a million years long, I'm so sorry. And then the other 2 e.l.f. palettes I own are obviously the JKISSA collabs. I love JKISSA. I have her very first collab, which this was so incredibly underrated. This is such a wonderful palette. Like, it's colorful, it's wearable, it has a giant, a giant highlighter here. It comes with a little brush. I don't so much like the brush for my full eye look, but it is really nice for the lower lash line. And then she came out with this one as of recent, and this is a beautiful rainbow palette, and it looks extremely intimidating, but I have done so many wearable looks out of this, and I don't know which one I'm gonna use. You know what? I haven't used the first JKISSA palette for a hot minute, so let's just go ahead and use this one today. I'm gonna start off with a combination of these two shades. I have put a dent in that one. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is a small dent in this shade because it's so pretty. What are they called? They are called BFF and Mac and Cheese. Here, and sort of apply this into the crease. Not sort of, I am applying this into the crease. It's such a beautiful combination of colors. Now I do like, where did I put it? I do like the little brush for the lower lash line. I think it's perfect for this. I think for the eyelid, I'm gonna use the shade Danger, which is this beautiful purple right here. And I am just going to take my finger. It's a really pretty purple. It does have a dent in it too. I'm gonna hit pan on this palette soon. I think on top of that, I'm gonna use the shade Sway, which is this gorgeous color right here. It's almost like a duochrome purpley blue. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And I think on top of that, it's just gonna like look even more, yeah, stunning. I love this palette. I'm gonna go back in with the brush and pick up a little bit more of this purple right here. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that in the lower lash line. I think I'm also gonna take that beautiful duochrome color in Sway and also apply that. Yeah, it's beautiful. I am debating on whether or not to, maybe I will. I think I'm gonna mix Alien. I'm getting creative now, so let's do this. I'm gonna mix Alien with a little bit of 23, which is this giant like highlighter or highlighty shade. And I'm gonna make like a shimmering green and apply that into the inner corner. I'm just going to wipe off this little brush. I have a paper towel over here. And I'm gonna pick up just the highlighting shade right here and apply a little bit of this to the brow bone. Okay, so I am gonna do my mascara and I'm debating on whether I wanna put eyeliner. I think I'm not gonna do eyeliner, but I'm gonna do my mascara off of camera because I don't have an e.l.f. mascara. Like I mentioned before, their mascaras aren't the very best. Unless you've tried one that you really, really like, let me know. But I'm gonna do that and I'll be right. I completely forgot that I had a new setting spray and I did my mascara. I hate doing my mascara before the setting spray because sometimes the mascara will run, but we're gonna try anyway. I picked this up with my recent order. This is their Dewy Coconut Setting Mist, and this originally came packaged in like a longer tan colored tube, and it was my favorite setting spray. Like, the formula was phenomenal. It was a dewy setting mist that made my skin glow, got rid of this like almost flat, you know, powdered look or whatever, but the packaging or the mister on it was horrendous, you guys. It had like the most powerful, like straight, like water in your face from the hose kind of impact, and I never repurchased it because of that. So they've repackaged it, and this is what I'm talking about. Did you see it? Oh my gosh, finally, my favorite setting spray has been repackaged. And not only does it give you a beautiful, like dewy, like look, it also is long lasting. So here we go. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my mascara. Gosh, it's so much nicer than it was before. Let's see the mascara. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. And then the last two things that I've got going on here. This is my Ride or Die like brow gel. I've purchased like maybe 3 or 4 of these at this point. This is a fresh tube, and I just can't see myself buying anything else. Like, I love this. I love how accessible it is. Comes in a decent amount of shades. It has those little fibers to make your brow hairs stand up really, really nicely. And it also looks really, really nice, like all on its own. Like, you don't need to fill in your brows if you don't want to. And then last but not least, I picked up one of these Ride or Die lip balms, and I have the shade Tough Cookie because everybody seems to love these. And I have to agree. I have to agree, it's really nice. I actually want to pick up the mint one because that one is more of a clear based one, and I think it would be perfect to wear at night, like right before bed. But this one is really, really pretty. It has like a very nice My Lips but better like kind of tint to it, and it feels phenomenal. This is just perfect. Like, this is right up my alley. It has a good like thicker type of balmy feeling, so it's gonna feel comfortable and hydrating on the lips. That's how I smell my lips. The smell isn't strong, so it's not overpowering or overwhelming. I think it's a beautiful shade, not sticky at all. And like I said, I want to get the mint one because I know that one is clear, and I think that one would be perfect for like when I go to bed. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm not sure what I'm gonna title it yet. Maybe my most owned makeup brand. I'll figure it out, and obviously you'll see the title and you'll know what it's called. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know what your most owned brand, or like the brand that you find yourself like, if they release something, like you gotta try it, because I feel like I'm like that with e.l.f. If they release something new or fairly new, I feel like I must get my hands on it, and it only happens with e.l.f. Like, I don't know what it is. Like I said, it's probably because it's super affordable and I'm very, very frugal with my makeup. So yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay. Bye-bye. I am gonna use the e.l.f. If I have the fan on and you can hear it, it's really hot in this room, so I'm not sorry, but rude. Yeah, I'm just gonna post that. That's gonna be good.